Today, I'm interviewing my friend, Veronica, aka Vero Beast. What's up?
What is it?
So, who are you?
My name is Veronica Hernandez. I'm from Southern California. So my family is actually from North Dakota originally. So they used to live on the reservation in the Dakotas area, because that's where our tribe's from. My tribe is the Lakota tribe. Yeah, so I like it when people call us Lakota, because that's what we call ourselves. But the government gives us a name as the Sioux, but that's not a name that we identify with. So we're Lakota Nation. So
cool. And like, as far as the government naming things, let us name ourselves. Okay, so next question. What are your roots?
An interesting fact to know about my roots is my father's family is Native American, so they're Lakota Nation, so they're full blood. And then my mom's side of the family is Mayan, which is like native from Mexico. Yeah, and the Mayans are like in the more like Yucatan area.
Yucatan.
Yeah, so more in the jungle. Yeah,
for sure. Are there any misconceptions that you've heard like about, you know, Mayan people or Lakota people that other people have tried to tell you? Or stereotypes about Native people in general?
I mean, one of the most normal ones is that people think, as Native Americans here in the United States, that we get money from casinos, and that's wrong, basically. Like, you have to have a certain amount of blood quantum, which means, like, the way the government classifies Native Americans to say that they're Native enough. I mean, I'm half, so that's 50%, but you have to be issued a card that, like, says a number, and that's how you can get money from the government. Or if you're affiliated with tribes that do have casinos, there's, like, ways you have to qualify for it, and not all tribes have like casino money. People think that they can get their school paid for, but it's really if you only fit the government's terms of what it is.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of things, like growing up at least, it was weird because I lived on the reservation in 4th grade. Just the idea about how U.S. histories are completely different and how they're taught different on the reservation, especially like having a degree in history. It's really cool to see like the differences and like how the Native Americans view Andrew Jackson in comparison to how like people here view Andrew Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like people on the reservation like will not take a $20 bill. Like they see it as being,
damn.
They see it as being like very,
I see you. And I forgot.
In high school, I mean, you're taught like the basics, history, U.S. history shit. But I obviously like that stuff. But in that story, like, there's not a very big voice about Native Americans, because they're kind of just like, okay, Native Americans, like, either push it off to the side, don't really talk about it. So then when I went to community college, my teacher talked about it a little bit, and it was, like, really interesting, because she was really excited about it. And then coming here to school, and different teachers would touch upon it. So it was, like, really interesting. But I think the biggest thing that I've, like, seen within, like, higher academia is the way either indigenous people, Native Americans here, view the idea of historian. It's very looked down upon as like, because history's treated them so badly, or us so badly,
right.
that they don't give that much credit to people that are like historians. I feel like since I am Native and I have the option, or I'm allowed to basically educate new people that are in the same exact like school system that I am, that new modern day historians aren't looking at history the same way as the ones before. I mean, I'm not like some old white dude that looks at history.
You are? Okay.
Like modern day historians are now looking at specific groups that haven't had a voice. So Native Americans are being represented by new like classifications and stuff. These little groups of people that haven't had a voice is the new way of history. Like, because they've been misrepresented, like Native Americans in the Civil War or Native Americans in the American Revolution, stuff like that. So,
for sure. And that's a whole nother interview. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm like passionate.
I'm gonna come for you. But anyways, that's great. I don't even need you to answer the last question. Thank you, Veronica, for being here. Thanks for letting me film at your house. Until next time.